Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of RCS's 5-Question Friday. I'm Dina Houston, your host, and with me today I have Stanley North.
Hi there, Dina.
Welcome, Stanley.
Thank you.
So, Stanley, before we really kick this off, can you maybe just give people an idea of what it is you do here at RCS?
So I am Stanley North, and I'm a project manager with Major Projects Division, which means we focus on any of the big things that come through the door or the special requirement kind of projects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, That's great. That's great. And how did you arrive here? Like, what brought you to RCS?
Actually, many years ago, my father brought me here. I started at RCS as a laborer on the PetSmart Bedford Commons site. I was pushing a broom and keeping Pat Pomeroy's site nice and clean.
Very good.
I did that for a few months, and then I came in as an administrator, and I've done every position between there and where I am.
It's true. You have worked your way up through the company.
Yeah, I have a good understanding of how each of the roles interacts with the rest, and when I ask somebody to do something, I understand what it is that they've got to do. So,
yeah, you've done a lot in 9 years that you've been here.
Yep.
That's great. So, in those 9 years, tell me, what do you think has changed from when you first started in the office to now?
I'd say it's definitely got to be a lot of the documentation on how we do that. That has changed. When I started here, every time we got a site instruction, I would have to print off the drawings for the PM and the super, cloud the area that was revisioned, stick the site instruction to the page, and then make sure to get back all of those old drawings and replace them with the new ones. Which was really fun when an architect then sends you the same drawing, slightly different, the next day.
Start again. Yeah.
Now it's so easy that we use Procore. As soon as I need to update a drawing, I log on, I grab the revision, I tag the site instruction to it, and it's out to absolutely everybody. If I get a drawing at 9 a.m., I can make sure my super is looking at that on his iPad at 11 a.m. And then when I go out on site to take a look at an issue, I don't have to think, did this shop drawing say this dimension or was that for here? I bring up Procore, I bring up the shop drawing, I open another tab and I bring up the actual drawing and I can compare. And the real nice thing is we can then note that up on site and then send that out to everybody immediately as we are leaving the area. So nobody's waiting for me to get back to the office and mark it up and send it out the next day or...
Much more efficient.
We've definitely improved with how we use technology in our day-to-day jobs.
Nice. Very good. It's amazing that much change has happened in 9 years, actually.
Oh, yes.
Taking off a layer of RCS clothing.
Logo on this one. There's no logo on this one. Oh, yeah.
Tell me, what is your favorite thing about RCS?
The people and the culture are a really big part of it, but I'd have to say one of my favorite parts is the opportunity and the trust you get here. Especially being someone like myself who I didn't go to school for this. I learned through RCS from the laborer to where I am. RCS has always given me lots of opportunities, and the opportunity has always been down to me and the effort that I put into it. Absolutely. There hasn't been somebody watching and if he looks like he's going to fail, we're going to pick it up and move it. You're allowed to fall on your face because you learn. And then you're given the next opportunity to continue. And you are trusted by the people you work with. Like I just finished a very tough timeline project, and we would have Doug and Brendan would come down to site and they would just look at me and say, "Are you going to make it?" And when I'd tell them yes, they believed me and they let me carry on. They didn't undermine or try to change anything. They knew if I told them it was going to be done, they knew they could trust my word.
Great. That's amazing feedback. I love that. So, Stanley, over the years that you've been here, what are a few of some projects or accomplishments that you've been really proud of?
So I'd say a few of the accomplishments that I've been really proud of, a lot of them fall quite recently. One of them is getting to do the first 5-star hotel that we've ever seen in Halifax.
Yes.
That's a nice thing. Another one of them is I've got my gold seal by being with RCS. Again, right from starting on the broom to here, I've learned everything here, and I managed to get my gold seal. And my third accomplishment, I'd say, would be how we managed to get that satellite lower court done in Burnside. That was from when we put the first stud up to when we walked off of site, 80 calendar days. That was 65 days of actual on-site work, and I added up all the hours, 287 and a half labor hours every day on that site.
Yeah, it was busy and the timeline was tight.
It was a lot to try and manage, and we had the right team there. Everyone worked together, and it's just amazing to look back at what we managed to get done.
That's great. Well, Stanley, believe it or not, those are the questions.
That was pretty easy.
Just went pretty quickly, right?
Yep.
So thanks so much for stopping in and sitting down to chat with me for today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And to our viewers, please tune in next week for our next edition of RCS's 5 Question Friday.